Ciao, Team NSA Naples. Welcome to our first virtual all hands. I'm super excited to go into what it looks like our new norm as we do our first virtual all hands. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for everything that you as a team have been doing to make our community safe, strong, and still delivering services. We are the bedrock to our community staying where we are today. All right, so with our virtual first all hands quarters, what we're going to do now is go right into the awards. Please welcome our XO, Commander Stefan Polk.
Hello, Skipper. Glad to be here. Hello, Team Naples. Everybody, give it up for the XO.
Woohoo! Yes! Good job, XO! Woohoo!
Skipper, I'm proud to read today's awards. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal to Lieutenant Tohill for meritorious service while serving as Acting Housing Department Head, U.S. Naval Support Activity Naples from July 2017 to April 2020, demonstrating exceptional leadership. He expertly facilitated the overseas management, operations, and maintenance of 871 family units, more than 2,500 economy lease units, 1,000 bachelor rooms, Navy Gateway Inns and Suites, and as the Navy Ball President, he expertly organized both the 2018 and 2019 Naples Area Ball, which was attended by more than 400 service members, 5 flag officers, and 55 tenant commands. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Department of the Navy. This is to certify the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy Marine Corps Commendation Medal to Chief Master at Arms, Surface Warfare, Alcantar, Jr., United States Navy, for meritorious service while serving as Section Chief, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, Italy, from November 2017 to April 2020. Demonstrating exceptional professionalism, he flawlessly led 160 naval and auxiliary security force personnel in completing 2,000 random anti-terrorism measures, 180 sobriety checkpoints, and 950 calls for service. His leadership led to 97% of his sailors qualifying at or above pay grade, 10 sailors advancing to the next pay grade, and Security Department achieving a 96% on the final evaluation problem assessment. The highest score among all Commander Navy Installation Command installations. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Department of the Navy. This is to certify the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy Marine Corps Commendation Medal to Culinary Specialist, First Class, Aviation Warfare, Pasquale, United States Navy, for meritorious service while serving as Housing Department Leading Petty Officer, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, Italy, from May 2017 to July 2020. Displaying exceptional leadership, he guided 29 sailors and 64 civilians in executing a 2-year renovation project valued at $3 million, converting 120 family housing units into fully furnished, unaccompanied housing units. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal to Master at Arms, Second Class, McGregor, United States Navy, for professional achievement as Patrol Supervisor while assigned to Security Department, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, from February 2017 to July 2020. Demonstrating unparalleled leadership, she managed the response of 310 calls for service, 160 sobriety checkpoints, and the execution of 412 random anti-terrorism measures. As Field Training Officer, she qualified 18 patrol supervisors, 31 patrolmen, and 64 sentries. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal to Master at Arms, Second Class, Surface Warfare, Wilson, United States Navy, for professional achievement as Watch Commander while assigned to Security Department, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, from June 2018 to June 2020. Demonstrating exceptional leadership, he led 33 sailors and Department of Defense civilians in completing 400 calls for service, 250 random anti-terrorism measures, and 75 sobriety checkpoints. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. The Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal to Master at Arms, 3rd Class, Bullard, United States Navy, for professional achievement as patrol officer while assigned to Security Department, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, Italy, from May 2017 to May 2020. Displaying exceptional leadership, he skillfully managed 385 random anti-terrorism measures, 58 incident reports, and 325 calls for service, directly ensuring the safety of 10,000 military, civilian, and dependent personnel across 5 installations. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Department of the Navy. This is to certify the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal to Master at Arms, 3rd Class, Freitas, United States Navy, for professional achievement as patrol supervisor while assigned to Security Department, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, Italy, from April 2017 to April 2020. Demonstrating exceptional leadership, she superbly led 27 sailors in the successful completion of 250 random anti-terrorism measures, 120 sobriety checkpoints, and 200 calls for service, ensuring the safety of 10,000 military, civilian, and dependent personnel across 5 separate installations. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Department of the Navy. This is to certify that the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal to Master at Arms, 3rd Class, Aviation Warfare, Owen, United States Navy, for professional achievement as patrol supervisor while assigned to Security Department, U.S. Naval Support Activity, Naples, Italy, from June 2017 to June 2020. Demonstrating exceptional leadership, she skillfully managed 400 random anti-terrorism measures, 68 incident reports, 346 calls for service, ensuring the safety of 10,000 military, civilian, and dependent personnel across 5 installations. Signed, Captain Abrahamson, Commanding Officer. Okay, as always, I got 100% of the names right. Let's give it up for the XO. All right, Skipper, back to you. Glad to be here.
Grazie, XO. Thanks, and what a wonderful job, and appreciate everything that you do to keep our team safe, and thank you for reading those awards. Obviously, we want to recognize everybody during these times, even as they depart and as people retire and separate from the Navy. So thank you once again. Now over to our CMC Hotchgraver.
Hey, thanks, Skipper. I'm happy to be here in the friendly confines of the Command Master Chief office here on Camp Pittakino. But I just want to take this opportunity and say, hey, best of luck to our E3s that are up for E4 advancement. So as you all know, the electronic advancement worksheets are all completed, and May 21st was a cutoff for that. So hoping that our folks there at NetPedic hit the grade button. Obviously, we know that the E4 advancement exam is not happening, so therefore they're going to remove the standard score from your final multiple score. So once again, best of luck to those who are eligible for advancement. And then for the 5 sailors that have not taken their late exam, I know PSD is still waiting for their substitute exams to be delivered here. And so once we have those substitute exams, we will ensure that you're notified and you take those exams. So if you're listening and watching, which you should be, and if you're one of those 5 sailors, we'll make sure that you know, but you should be studying for that exam. You know, great news and a BZ to the team up there in Gaeta. So if you don't know, there's a small craft pin that you see some of our MAs wear that are on the water protecting our vessels and our assets that pull into Gaeta. But we were able to establish our small craft insignia program. And, you know, we just did a couple boards the other day, and I just want to say congratulations to MA1 Pierce, MA2 Keep, MA2 Burdett, and MA2 Jensen, who are awarded the small craft insignia, so you're able to wear that in your uniform. So bravo Zulu to you guys up there in Gaeta. I appreciate the hard work up there and getting that program started, and that's something to look forward to. As we operate in the new norm, this is the new way that we're doing things, virtual. So once again, we challenge you, your divisions, your sections, your departments, to find ways to come together and collaborate in a virtual environment to make sure that you guys are passing information, sharing information, and checking on each other. Barracks. If you live in the barracks, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news, we're doing room inspections. The bad news, we're doing room inspections. No, just joking. We're going to start the barracks inspection program back up on the 25th. So if you live in the barracks, we're going to start going to the rooms. And once again, this is not to go in there and be rough and tough and bust you and catch you red-handed for having a dirty room. The most important thing, we want to be able to get in there and take a look at the facility itself and make sure that you have a good quality of life. So once again, don't be surprised. The 25th, your LPO, your chief, will start room inspections. It's going to be one inspector for every 10 rooms. Once again, it's good news and it's bad news for some, but I think it's good news. We can get in there and take a look at our buildings there. So, but once again, I appreciate everybody's hard work as we're moving through this new normal. And then so some of the folks that have some dead time, I highly, highly encourage, if you're eligible to use tuition assistance, this is a great opportunity to start knocking out some college classes or even taking a look at Navy Cool to see what you can do within your own personal qualification standards and your rating for possible future employment, or just, you know what, giving yourself something to do to benefit yourself as we move through this in your rating. But once again, I'm happy to be here, and thanks for the team for putting this together. MC1 Patubo, if you didn't know, he's a first class now. So he was sitting there one night taking a look at his profile, and he realized that he was missing a couple award points, and we were able to get Net Pedic shake loose a couple award points, and now he's a first-class petty officer. So if you see MC1 Patubo walking around, give him a virtual high five, and we have a new first class on the team. That's all I got here. Happy to be here. CMC out.
All right, thanks, CMC. I appreciate those great words that you always have for the team. Hey, team, there's a couple things that I do want to talk about and make sure that you know that's going on. We have really no welcome aboards, obviously, with the stop movement. Not a lot of people have been coming to us, but we still have some departures. So we are farewelling Lieutenant Commander Marco Agricoli, our security officer. He's done a marvelous job with not just our security department, but obviously with his Navy career. He's retiring, and we wish him a fair winds and following sea. So if you get to see him before he departs, please say a big grazie for the gratitude of what he did. Also, Jim Chalmers has already departed the pattern. He was our security manager for a brief period of time for about 90 days, and he did a marvelous job. So in the virtual world, thank you, Jim, as well. Hey, some things that are going around the base. We had a change of command at the region level. So some people know Admiral Gray, as he sat right here in this chair 2 COs ago, and he's returned and he's taken over the region for your absent. They had a fantastic change of command. As you see him around, please welcome him back, and it's great to have his leadership here in the region and for NSA Naples as well. A couple of other things that are going on. We have the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society Fund Drive. Yes, the slips are done, so that ended in April, but you can still do online cash and checks. So make sure that you can contribute to the Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. We got Chief Birmingham, so if you have any questions, please reach out to him. And Nicole Breed is still the director, so reach out to her as well. A couple of other things. I want to make sure that we know that we still talk to people about positive ICE comments. So we've received it for security, doing a marvelous job. Thank you very much for what you're doing, security team. I appreciate you keeping our ECP secure, the roving patrols, and it's really that normalcy that people look at, and I appreciate everything you're doing. Some other are for housing. You've been doing a marvelous job. We're still doing our PMI as well as going out and doing we've actually started back up with our services back in housing and doing our trouble calls. So nice job on that as well. Hey, Chris Kasperek with MWR, thank you very much. Operation Get Down tonight has been a massive success. We've transitioned from the Wednesday Fridays to just the Fridays, but you are a mainstay as well in our community and a foundation that really keeps everybody happy. So thank you very much for what you do. Hey, that's all that I've got. It's short and sweet. Our first virtual all hands. Thank you for what you do. Stay vigilant. Give a big stand up, virtual high five as we always like to do. And team, I'm glad to be here.